Alrighty, guys. Just watched Stranger Things Volume 2 last weekend. Yeah, watched it last weekend. I thought it might take a little bit just to actually think about it. And I was like, screw it, I'm going to tell my thoughts about it. I loved it. Like, I'm not... It takes a lot for me to not like a show. But this one, complete opposite. It was hard to not like it. It was incredible. Like, everything they did with it, I thought was sick. Like, it had everything I liked in a show, and I believe every show should be, or every high budget show, or any show in general that goes, how do I make a good show? Look at Stranger Things. Stranger Things set the bar so high in my books. Like, even the way they released it. First volume, 6 episodes, but the episodes are extremely long. But the episodes don't even feel long. They feel like half the time they say, like, far out. Volume 2 had 2.5 hours in the last episode. It didn't even feel that way to me. It felt like an hour, maybe hour and a half. It's just everything about it. So Volume 1, it's setting up the just setting up all the storylines, trying to get to the Volume 2 part. But it feels effortlessly, and they take their time with each group. There's like 4 or 5 different stories going on, but it flows so well. The only one I found lacking in the first vol was probably Mike's group story where they're trying to find 11. But even then, it was funny. There was a lot of funny moments in that. Like, they had the funny stoner dude, and then they had the Rambo breaking out scenes with Hopper and everything, and trying to get him out in the Russian Cold War sort of feel. And then they had 11 trying to get her powers back, but it was in the science lab and backstory. Then they had the horror part, like Nightmare on Elm Street with Vecna and all those 80s horror feel. And they had the kids trying to, had the teenagers trying to figure out what's going on. Had the townspeople who were like freaking out, they think it was God and hell and blah, blah, blah. They had so many different elements coming into this show. Even the military was in it. It's just like, there was so much going on, but it felt beautifully connected. And at the end of Volume 1, with the big twist that, they had the big twist that Eleven's mate in the science lab back in the day is Vecna. And then you're like, what? Like, this is crazy. Like, I mean, I guess some people would have seen that coming, but I didn't. I didn't see that coming. And I thought 11 had killed those people at the start. But yeah, it was crazy stuff. And then Volume 2 comes out a month later. Like, I just loved everything about this. Volume 2, 2 episodes, first hour and a half, second 2.5 hours. I mean, I love the long runtime shows. Let the characters develop, let the story get done. This is the big climax of the season. I was thinking, spoiler alert, I was thinking this is going to be the last season. They're going to find a way to stop Vecna. So 11 gets her powers. The military get up on her. She gets out. Mike and they find her. They go with Mike. The teenagers find out about everything about Vecna and his plans, how he's going to try to use these gates to open up a massive portal so the Upside Down can come on through and just take over the world. Hopper gets out, but they realize they need to get back in to kill all the monsters in there because they know the monsters are connected to the entirety of Monsterland. To give the kids the upper hand because they find out the kids are fighting it. It's like everyone, and then 11 can't get back in time because everything's happening that night, and she's thousands of miles, thousands of k's away, and so she's like, well, I'll use the telepath to get through, piggyback, and fight Vecna through her mind. And then Mike and those guys are just trying to support her, trying to get her the right will to do it. And then the teenagers are the kind of like the frontline defense, going in and are just gonna try to surprise Vecna and kill him right there. And oh my god, it was just so good. Like, so many moments in this show. It was crazy. And then I love the big twist at the end. Real Avengers Infinity War vibes. Where, spoiler alert, they get the job done, but they lose. They lose in the end because they hurt Vecna, but they do Michael Myers thing where they can't find the body, and he's still alive somewhere. It's so cool. And they find out, well, Max dies. Who else dies? So much happens. Max dies, but 11 brings her back to life, but she's kind of in a coma, vegetable state sort of thing. The Upside Down comes through. Billy dies, and that was such a sick moment with when he does a concert to distract the bat things. Man, this show had everything in my books. Superhero moments, teenager funny moments, like Rambo moments, far out, like monster moments, horror moments. Just a cool 80s vibe. So I'm expecting season 5, however they do it, movie based or another Vols. It's just like they always find ways to surprise me. And even the twist that Vecna is the big bad guy. Like, he was the one controlling the Mind Flayer, because at the start you're thinking he's like a general, but no, he's the main bad guy throughout the story. And he got the power, he's like the power kind of when he bit 11 a little thing. So he got part of 11's power making the gates. So, and it's just how it all tied together. It was like another spoiler, another twist. And you're like, wow, how? How do you keep surprising us? But overall, this show, 10 out of 10. I can't fault. Nothing got me angry. I loved everything about this show. Every show should be looking at this as a benchmark. How to make a fantastic show that everybody likes. I haven't found one person, maybe one or two, that aren't into like big shows or anything, but probably 98.9% of people like this show. Well, yeah, that's my view of Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1 and 2. Thank you, guys. I can't wait for the next one whenever they make it. I'm pumped.